The wanderlust is real. I guess I failed to steal your heart and keep it for myself. Keep waking up from the same dreams. You're begging me to stay. Can I just stay asleep? I'll disappear the way that you wanted, and I can't come back. But exile ain't so bad. You wanted this the way I wanted you. You must admit that our love started true. Betrayal strikes a nerve. We get what we deserve, and I won't ask you for your help. So it's come to this. I shall drink and piss away the memories we built. Keep waking up from the same dreams. You're begging me to stay. Can I just stay asleep? I'll disappear the way that you wanted, and I can't come back. But exile ain't so bad. You wanted this the way I wanted you. You must admit that our love started true.
April 18th, Wednesday, April 18th, and it's 7:06 p.m., and you are tuned in to Narrow Street Films Facebook Live page, or you're tuned into CTV 21 Chester Cable Access, and this is the late night live show. We're on every Wednesday night. We interview musicians and comedians and authors and actors and filmmakers. And tonight we have Star City, and if you were paying attention earlier, they just played their song Cast Aside. I had to double check it. I kept wanting to say Cast Away, but it's not that. Cast Aside was a great song. Let's give them another hand. That was really very awesome. And we've got a, just so you know, when we have a guest, we've been having themes on the show. And you asked when I started doing themes on the show, were we going to correlate the theme of the show with the guest?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it would make sense.
Good question.
Right. Yeah. I said no, because it just would be too much work for my brain to be able to handle. And so, obviously, we have Star City. You're playing some great music, and this has nothing to do with the theme of our show this week, which is military movies. But more importantly, military movies because Gunny's gone.
I know.
Yeah, and a little bit later in the show, we're going to have a little tribute to Gunny. But I think we all remember a special moment with Gunny in our lives, whether it be the Geico commercial or him terrorizing those new military recruits, or him showing up in a lot of movies and the History Channel TV show about guns. He was
everywhere, man.
He was a staple in America's history. Honestly, he is an American icon, really. I mean, Gunnery Sergeant. Yeah. So, but tonight's theme is military movies, and I believe we have a top 10 list.
We do, as it happens.
As it happens, yes.
This is from IMDb.
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 Not IMDb. IMDb. For goodness sake, you're on IMDb. You think you would know this.
I may be dyslexic. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, so this is from the top 25 list. We're going to do the top 10.
Because we're not that interested.
No, we're not.
Right.
No. Although 11 is Braveheart, so we just missed Braveheart. Yeah. So we're going to talk about Braveheart anyway.
Okay. Top 10 list of greatest military movies from IMDb.
Top 11, which is Braveheart.
Okay, all right.
Starring, of course, Mel Gibson, and directed by Mel Gibson.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so number 10 is Paths of Glory from 1957, directed by Stanley Kubrick, and starring Kirk Douglas and Ralph Meeker.
I've never seen that.
No, I haven't.
Derek?
No.
No? Okay.
Wait a second. I totally forgot to introduce. I'm your host, Terry Traynor, the co-host, KJ Traynor, and Derek Foley. Good. Introduction's done. Back home with the list.
All right, so number 9 is Das Boot, directed by Wolfgang Petersen and starring, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Jürgen Prochnow.
Sounds like a German film.
Maybe a little bit.
Film. I believe it's about World War II.
Prochnow. Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's number 9.
Number 9, right.
9. I'm assuming none of us here have seen it.
I've never seen that.
Okay.
No.
All right, so this one I feel really bad that I haven't seen. It's Platoon. From 1990.
Platoon.
Is it?
Platoon.
Platoon.
God, what is it with me tonight? Can't pronounce anything. Can't read. Well, anyway.
This is from Platoon.
Terry's regretting giving me the list to read tonight. Anyway, Platoon. From 1986, directed by Oliver Stone. I said that right.
Stone.
And starring Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, and Willem Dafoe. It won 4 Oscars and was nominated for 8.
I've never seen Platoon, but I always want to say Tom Berenger is a very underrated actor. I think he was really good. I haven't seen this movie, but he's done a lot of small roles, but I think he's always been like really, quite good. Yeah. I think one of his biggest starring roles is he was in The Substitute. He was in the first Substitute movie before it all went to B-rated movies with Treat Williams. And I love Treat Williams, but they were all...
You love B-rated movies.
I love B-rated movies, too. But do you remember the first Substitute? Tom Berenger played an action military guy, and he did a great job in it. Sorry. Go on.
All right. The number 7 is Patton. I'm saying that right. 1970. Directed by Franklin J. Schaffner, starring George C. Scott, Carl Malden, nominated for 10 Oscars, winner of 7, including one for George C. Scott, who turned it down. He did not accept it.
He did not accept the Oscar?
He did not accept it.
Did it say why?
He thought it denigrated the acting profession. I think that was just stupid. I love George C. Scott. He was just a cantankerous old man.
Remember, actually was paying attention to you. He, you're my sister. I don't do that too often. he directed and acted in it, right?
No, this is Franklin J. Schaffner who directed this.
Okay, all right.
This is a great movie. I've watched it. It's just great.
Yeah.
It's just great. It has one of the world's best speeches in the opening.
Right. I think I've seen the speech, but actually I've never seen the movie, and I'm a movie guy.
I recommend it. It's a long movie.
Right.
It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He slaps, soldiers and everything. Which is terrible, I know, but it's still funny.
I don't think it's terrible, but move on.
All right. Number 6 is Full Metal Jacket. I said all that right. 1987, directed again by Stanley Kubrick, and starring Matthew Modine, R. Lee Emery, and Adam Baldwin.
Okay, so let's take a moment just to take our metaphorical hats off.
Salute.
And if we were really good with technical stuff, we'd be playing taps right now. But we're not. We have a hard enough time getting this on Facebook Live. But yeah, that was his starring role. And if my understanding serves me correctly, he was just supposed to come in and help the actual actor.
Yeah, he was supposed to teach the actor to be a drill sergeant, and the guy couldn't get it. And then the director was like, "Could you take the job?" He's like, well, "All right."
And another similar story like that, the police chief in Beverly Hills Cop, all right, who's another very, very similar to Gunny. The way he's able to rant off, and I can't repeat pretty much anything he said on live TV. It was just, if you ever seen Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3, he's fantastic in it. He was actually a Detroit police officer, and the director met him while scouting out Detroit, and that's how we got the part.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's kind of funny.
Yourself sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So,
all right.
have either of you seen Full Metal Jacket?
No.
I have. Oh yeah.
I've never seen
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a must see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a total
Add it
must
to
see.
my list.
Yes.
I have seen. Obviously, I've seen that scene though, and we're gonna be playing part of the scene in our little tribute video.
There's a lot of good scenes in
What
there.
part?
Which one?
Yeah, the scene his first scene when he's yelling at the recruits.
We can play that on TV?
Well, no, we edited it down a lot. Because you said where we're gonna play it. You sent me an edited version, and it was like the first half of the thing is just cut out.
Beep. It sounds like a car horn was in there.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say really quick, Chris Doobie says Lee Emery is in Apocalypse Now too. Chris Doobie's a big war movie fan, so he's seen a lot of these ones on this list. Mike Place, a local filmmaker, just joined the Facebook Live room. Hi, Mike. Jenna Brooks, want to say hi. Savannah Frappier, you were in earlier. I hope you're still in. Stay tuned, guys. There's a lot more to talk about. If you comment during Facebook, we will respond to you live on air, give you a shout out. So if you want us to embarrass you or want us to embarrass ourselves, because last week I couldn't pronounce someone else's name quite a lot. Yeah, it was bad.
This week it's me.
Right. This week you just can't pronounce words. What? How did you say it?
We're not saying it again. We're going to move on to number 5.
Platoon, right.
Right, okay. I'm the girl on the show, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, number 5, Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Right.
And starring Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, and Tom Sizemore. Oh, and Edward Burns as well. Nominated for 11 Oscars and winner of 5.
You know who else was in that?
No.
The guy who played Becker.
Really? Ted Danson?
Ted Danson was in it. Had a small part in it.
Wow.
Vin Diesel was in it.
Wow.
It was kind of like almost like a salute to one of the old war movies. That this is a collage of all these actors. Like everybody was in it. That is. Have you seen that? Okay. That's a traumatizing movie to watch.
Right.
Like, it's a fantastic movie. So good, I don't want to watch it again. All right, but yeah.
I heard when it came out that veterans who'd been there were getting flashbacks because the opening scenes were so accurate.
Yeah.
With the Normandy landing and stuff. So
yeah.
Pretty
good,
intense.
Yeah, very, very good, very good movie. Very unlike Spielberg to do something of that gritty nature. But yeah. All right.
Okay, number 4, Lawrence of Arabia, directed by David Lean, starring Peter O'Toole and Alec Guinness. I think it's Sir Alec Guinness.
And I was just told we're late, so we're cutting to the next song.
Oh, okay. So much for Lawrence of Arabia.
We're cutting to a Gunny video right now. All right, we're right back. We're doing this little devotion to Gunny. Check it out.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Sir, yes, sir.
If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
Yes, sir.
Let me see your war face.
Sir.
You got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face.
Ah!
Bull. Did your parents have any children that lived?
Sir, yes, sir.
I bet they regret that. You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece. What's your name, fat body?
Sir, Leonard Lawrence, sir.
Lawrence what, of Arabia?
Sir, no, sir.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
Sir, no.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, Gunnery Sergeant Arlie Ermy here. You ever wonder how warriors on the battlefield went from throwing stones to this? Well, this, Gomer, is your lucky day. Well, this episode, we're coming at you with both barrels. It's all about the shotgun. From one-shot wonders like the blunderbuss to 300 rounds a minute of full automatic devastation. So get ready to scratch that itchy trigger finger. It's time to lock and load.
You don't touch me like you used to. I'm trying to see where I went wrong. Where do I belong? We got to a place I couldn't see. Blinded by a love so dark, misguided and an empty heart. I just want you to see what you do to me. But that's like asking for me to believe you wanna come home with me tonight. There's no other woman in your life. I'm captivated in all the wrong places. You console me till I can't breathe. I keep the drinks coming day and night. I know this isn't how I am, but ever since you became my man, the value of myself has come down. I know you're jaded, but I feel so bad. I just want you to see what you do to me. But that's like asking console me till I can't breathe. I wanna bleed out until I don't want you. I'm numb inside and out from the pain you put me through. What am I doing here? 'Cause you made everything so clear. You don't wanna come home with me tonight. There's plenty of a woman in your life. I'm not enough for you. This captivation has brought me to the wrong places. You've consumed me in this toxicity.
Who's our guest for this week, for coming on the Late Night Live Show. And you're tuned into Narrow Street Films' Facebook page, live Facebook feed right now, watching CTV's 21, CTV Chester Public Access Late Night Live Show. And I want to invite our guest onto the show who just performed their song, Wrong for Me, right? Right. That was? Right. No. So right for wrong? Right, got it.
Wrong.
I can't believe we just almost got into an Abbott and Costello routine right there.
Only for you.
Only for me. Thank you. Doug, Kristen?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And Siler.
Silas.
Silas.
We miss you.
All right. Get it.
Where are you?
Yeah, I couldn't read my director's writing. It probably has something to do with not her handwriting. It's just my glasses weren't on.
Silas is the bassist, and he does some vocals, and he's heavily influential, as
really?
some bassists are.
Oh, really?
He decided he would rather have pneumonia than be here.
He better be influential. He's just a bass player. I mean,
he's an all right guy.
Can I say this? Nobody remembers John Deacon from Queen. Nobody remembers.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I remember Brian May, Freddie Mercury, but no one remembers John Deacon.
Those are the only two from Queen, and I think there was like 6 guys in there. So
there was only 4.
I'm just really terrible with names.
Wow. Yeah. So how would you pronounce the movie that is called Platoon?
I think she nailed it with Platoon.
Yeah.
I think she nailed it.
What?
Yeah. I'll look for that. Definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
All of a sudden I had an accent.
Platoon. I just want to say hi to Dan DeVideo, who just said 2 thumbs. Dan is here. So he's in the Facebook Live room. He was co-hosting one of the shows one time, and he thought one of the trailers for a trailer trash segment, which we do later, was so awful. We usually like thumbs up or thumbs down or thumbs sideways, but he gave a whole new rating. He said that movie looks so terrible. I'm giving 2 thumbs in the eye.
Wow.
That was
because you said Dan says 2 thumbs duh, and I thought you were gonna say 2 thumbs down for the band.
No. Let me see. Also want to say hi to Matt Michael, who joined it, and maybe you guys know this guy, Silas Elton Asden McRae.
No, he doesn't sound familiar.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
I know it's Siler.
He sounds like somebody that would be dead to me.
He was in that.
It sounds like someone
who's in that movie Platoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he was the main guy. The main guy. Yep.
Well, I hope he feels better.
Yeah.
Who?
Pneumonia.
Well, he's finally, after being sick since Thursday, finally decided to go to a clinic today. So
He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a beautiful baby girl. Well, baby, she's gonna be 3 this year, and
She's
got
Still a baby.
He's got with his mom. He's in school. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We gave him a pass.
we give him a pass. Like, I guess you can stay on.
All right, so you guys are very recent, a very new band, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Collectively.
Collectively, yeah.
We've been doing separate things for a long time.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know, it's just singing in my kitchen.
you were talking about that before you got on the
Yeah,
show.
really good acoustics.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you.
Bathroom's pretty good too, actually.
Only if the shower's on.
The shower.
It's all weird. It's all weird.
Yeah, I know. That guy was completely upset when I went in there. I was like, dude, I'm just trying to sing. It's not, not anything weird or anything.
It's like the movie Elf.
Yeah.
That's all I think of.
It's like creepy cute.
Yeah, creepy cute. It's like borderline
I
weird.
figured you can get creepy or cute. That's good. So if you can get both of them, that's like a real bonus.
It's like one of these things. It's like, oh, that's disturbing, actually.
So how'd you guys end up together? Like, what started Star City?
Well, we're not together like that, so.
I'm actually engaged. He's already married.
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay. All right.
And then the band.
Well, she started dating one of my good buddies from the shop I was working at, and we met there, and I knew she sang, and she knew I banged around on guitars, and.
Well, my whole thing was, I was telling my fiance, I'm like, I hate being stuck with my singing. I don't want to sing karaoke in my kitchen for the rest of my life. He's like, well, Doug plays the guitar. I'm like, that's all right. So I messaged him. He's like, well, what a coincidence. Me and my metal band just broke up, and we want to do acoustic stuff. And I was like, yeah, here I am.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I'd say wanted to do is the right term. Resorted to doing is better.
Listen.
Better way to put it.
You love it.
Just admit it, all right?
I just wait for people to tell me what I like. It's fine.
Yeah. You are a married man then, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was told, I don't know if this is true, but married men don't even know what they like to wear anymore once you get married.
I have my own business, so I just wear grubby clothes because it's a grubby job and we just get dirty all the time. So she doesn't complain about it.
Okay. What it was? Total side note, but what is it you do to keep?
I run a farm actually in town with my dad.
No kidding.
Farm, landscaping, snow plowing.
Oh wow. You?
I'm a hairstylist.
Okay. Very cool.
Yes, I do hair right in Raymond, so.
She's very good. Plug in case anybody wants to go to Raymond for a haircut.
Anyone who wants to come to Salon 27, here I am.
All right. But you know, that's important though, because to be able to chase the dream, you got to be able to eat. And you know, was it Ashton Kutcher said opportunity looks a lot like work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and I thought
agree with
that's you know that ability to plug in. Like we all see those actors and we all wonder why are you doing this movie? You know that it's so terrible. Well, it's like they need to eat too.
Yeah.
You know, and so but okay. So I heard this the other day, an interview with Colin Farrell, and he said he doesn't like particularly. He doesn't want to watch most of the movies that he's in.
Oh.
So that's kind of sad in a way. By the way, quick shout out to Jonathan LaPlante and Nick Simone.
Nick Simone.
Simone.
That's my fiance.
Simone. Did I mispronounce that? All right, yeah. Jeez.
Everyone's
I'll be calling
mispronouncing
it
things today.
Platoon.
Roll with it.
Rolling. What was I going? What was I talking about?
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
But I mean, in the position where you guys are like, you know, getting going, really, you know, really working at this music, we have this opportunity when you don't have to completely rely on this to pay your bills.
Yeah.
You kind of get just to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And so, who's like your favorite band, and who would you want to say I'd like to, you know, at least have a wink at, you know?
None of my bands would ever go on tour with the kind of music we play.
Okay.
But if I have to answer, Parkway Drive, they're probably the best band I've ever heard.
Okay.
And they're just metal. Just glorious metal.
Just glorious metal.
Glorious metal.
Metal's awesome. There's nothing wrong with metal.
No, there's nothing wrong at all with metal.
And how about you?
Well, I'm actually like really into like R&B and pop and stuff. So one of my biggest influences growing up was Christina Aguilera, as you can hear in the belting.
Yeah.
Usually when you like listen to an artist, you kind of like form around it, like kind of, but like in your own way.
Yeah.
But I've always had like a lower toned voice, so I kind of like went to her.
So it does make for writing some interesting songs.
Yeah.
Because I have more of a rock metal background because I've been in a few metal bands, and that's not what we're playing right now. So between her vocal style and mine and Silas's instrumental style, it makes for some pretty interesting songs.
Yeah, because it's definitely not your typical acoustic music. Now I'm really an old fart when it comes to my style of music.
Frank Sinatra?
I love Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, right? Yeah. I was thinking, all right, no one's mentioned the Carpenters yet.
They're good.
We're trying to keep it to good music.
Try to keep it to good. Wow.
Just kidding, internet.
But I've listened to a lot of music, especially being a filmmaker. You get a lot of people sending music. You know, I got this type of music, this type of music. But and I've heard a lot of acoustic music, but yeah, paired the acoustic playing with your style of singing, it is different.
I call it pop rock soul. Try
Specifically,
to put that like into one word. I
I
tried
want to get
so
a
many
can of
times.
it and drink it with popcorn. That's
Yes.
what I want. Yeah.
specifically
Pop
she
rock
calls
soul.
it that. So it's
Sold in at Ocean State Job Box. That's where I think that would be.
Pop rock soul.
Yeah.
It's a great sound, though. It's a
Thank
really
you.
great sound.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally do this live, or in general. I agree with my sister on this, though.
Whoa.
But that would
Good
make
for you.
that would make a great like energy drink. And I don't even drink energy drinks. I drink again, old fart. I drink coffee that says "There's no beauty without strangers." I don't even know where I got this mug from. It's just sitting here on the table.
Listen, I can't even have caffeine, so
Really?
let's just make a caffeinated drink because I can't have caffeine.
Some people can't. You know, they
Yeah.
say they'll get massive migraines. Like I'll
I
murder
get
someone if I don't have caffeine.
My
I'm right there
heart
with you.
flutters. I get lightheaded. I get shaky. I need
Really?
to like lie down. I'm like
She's very sensitive.
I've become
overdose. That's what they really call it because I'm like hypersensitive to it.
Oh, really?
People that don't like consume too much caffeine get hyposensitive to it, so they need
Does
to
that
drink
make
a
you
lot.
kind of like an outcast in like New England? Because okay,
Freaking like-
I'm like you can't. I mean, like, what do you do when people are like, "We're going on a Dunks run"?
I get decaf, and I
Okay.
always know it's decaf because it tastes burnt.
Can I ask you this?
Always.
Okay, because you're a coffee drinker.
You can ask us whatever you want.
All right.
Listen, I'm a coffee drinker.
Okay.
Just not caffeinated.
Okay. You'll see what I mean. Is decaf coffee real coffee?
No.
Right. There we go. That's my point.
Break.
Not at all.
But here's the other thing.
Minuscule amount.
Can I ask?
of
I'm going to
caffeine
ask him this question: does coffee taste good enough to not have caffeine in it when you're drinking it? You want to say yes because to stand up for coffee, but you know it's
I
not.
want to say yes because I do like the taste of it, but if it didn't have caffeine, I'd probably just down a Monster. So
Yeah, you see what I mean?
So-
Like, you know.
yeah, no.
So
No, it's not real
me
coffee.
and taking decaf coffee, it affects me like caffeinated coffee would affect you.
Wow.
So like a
Real
regular
sensitive.
cup of coffee has like 98
I
milligrams.
think it's called a placebo.
It's all in my head. Usually.
There was a lady who I used to work with who apparently got drunk off of a Shirley Temple.
All right.
Huh.
Yeah, I was like, she didn't
The
realize.
grenadine really got into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Call
yeah.
shenanigans on that one.
Yeah, she was like, didn't realize that she wasn't drunk. She just thought she was. Hey, this has been a very interesting interview with a band. This has been a lot of fun, though.
I aim for that description with everything I do. Just interesting.
Just interesting. We're gonna have one more song for you guys called Oz. Is that named after the Wizard of?
It is.
Yes.
Oh.
Awesome.
Okay,
Yes.
but this has
it's,
been.
it's our friend's like favorite songs.
Oh, okay. All right,
Out
not
of all
Silas
our
too,
songs.
because he schmuck wasn't here.
Tyler.
Siler.
Yeah.
All right. Star Platoon. Okay. But yeah, you guys are gonna set up for your last song. I hope have you had fun on the show?
Yeah, this has been it, right?
Yeah, if people are
Good.
looking for you, where can they find you? And are you playing live anywhere?
At the moment, you can find us on Facebook.
Okay.
Just Facebook.com/Star City, I assume.
Star City Acoustic.
Or that. And we're in the process of booking some venues, but we'll keep the webpage updated.
Yep. Yes,
Let
we
everybody
will.
know.
All right.
Cool.
We're awesome. So, well,
right.
everyone be sure to check it out. Star City Acoustic on Facebook.
All right. So Star City Acoustic is going to be setting up right now to play their new song Oz. I think it's all new songs. It's been together since October. This has been a really fun interview. So stay tuned. If you're just tuned in, this is Narrow Street Films Facebook live page, and this is a late night live show. We're on every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We're also on CTV 21 Chester Public Access, and tonight's theme is military films, and we got more military movies. We got one more song to be played by Oz, and I think we're good to go. So when they're ready, take it away, guys.
All right.
That was beautiful.
When the emptiness has taken over, you fear you'll always be alone. It's like you're traveling with your eyes closed, but you keep trying to harness the unknown. For your own pain, find your own course. You can do it on your own. Feel no remorse. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. Waiting an eternity for answers, waiting for someone to show the way. The words are empty, the directions are eyes, lost in the dark, not sure how to survive. For your own pain, find your own course. You can do it on your own. Feel no remorse. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. This is a dark world, sometimes too dark to see, but it's never in others that we find our identity. Keep on, stay strong, don't let it go. You don't need a wizard to lead you home. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. There is no yellow brick road. There is no light to guide you home, but you will find your way. You can feel it to your core. For your own pain, find your own course. You can do it on your own. Feel no remorse.
Thank you.
I want to say a special thanks to Star City for coming out to the studio today. You guys did a great job. 3 songs by them. Yeah. That was a lot of fun, and it was a really fun interview. They're still back there, so I just want to say, guys, that was a really fun interview. Thank you. Yeah. So, but now we got to move on with the next segment of the show, which is Trailer Trash, which is a segment of the show where typically we do upcoming movies and we talk trash about the movies. But since we're doing military movies, there isn't that many military movies coming out, so we had to just go back. So we had to go back and just pick up some older films, which we're going to discuss in just a second. But for now, we talked a little bit too much. We're going to finish up the top 10, top 25, but we only did 11 of them because we had to add Braveheart.
Well, you got to add Braveheart, yeah. All right, so number 4, as I said, but we were running out of time, was Lawrence of Arabia, with Peter O'Toole and directed by David Lean. It won 7 Oscar nominations. So, number 3, Bridge on the River Kwai, with William Holden and Sir Alec Guinness. The second one with Sir Alec Guinness in it. Directed by David Lean. Second one by David Lean.
Those last 2 films. Now, I'm not surprised I haven't seen like Apocalypse Now and stuff like that, because I've never been a huge military war film guy. But I'm pretty ashamed of myself because I've seen a lot of the big epics from like the 50s and 40s and 60s, and I haven't seen those 2. And
we really let the team down because I haven't seen
we really let the team down. If Gunny was here, he would actually be genuinely kicking ass.
He'd be down your neck, soldier!
Have you seen either of these?
No. But it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, the original Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The original Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah, Alec Guinness.
Before he was Sir, I think.
Yeah, I think he was just Alec then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. I couldn't
Or
do that.
Alec.
He was not a Jedi then.
No.
No. Now this one I'm really ashamed of myself for not having seen.
I'm sorry. He was not a Jedi yet. Move on.
This one I am really ashamed of myself that I haven't seen yet. Schindler's List.
Oh my God, you haven't seen that?
No. I'm
matter
such a
with you?
loser. Right?
Seriously.
All right. Directed by Steven
Who would not have
Spielberg.
seen? Damn it! I didn't see that either.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll say this much: it's not a war movie in the traditional sense of like a war movie.
Oh, see, that's my out. It's not really a war movie. I'll go with that.
But it is based on WW2 and in Germany.
Well, when I was reviewing this list, I found out I watched everything like from 11 on on the list. It was the top 10 that I missed most of. All right, yeah. So, number 1 on the top 25 war movies is Apocalypse Now, 1979, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Coppola, there we go. Starring Martin Sheen, Marlon Brando, Robert Duvall. It was nominated for 8 Oscars and won 2. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
that's a big movie.
That is a big movie.
Yeah.
Also haven't seen it. But let's do a couple honorable mentions. All right, there's got to be The Great Escape has got to be on that list.
Yeah, it's on the list. Yeah, it's it's actually number 12.
I don't know why The Great Escape is so high on that.
Why it's so high?
I mean, it should be.
It should be
within
in the top 10,
10.
I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know who put this.
I mean, can we-
Inglourious Bastards is number 17. Dirty Dozen is 18.
All right.
Stalag 17 is 20. The Longest Day 22.
Longest Day was great.
Longest Day.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge is 24, and The Hurt Locker is 25.
Okay. Well, let's do our first trailer. Again, we were picking trailers of films that are already done. Oh, but first, before we do that, we want to say hi to Terry Scott in the Facebook Live room, Norma Torty, Anthony Demings, Jackie Pence. I think Rob Buckland was in earlier too, so hi to all of you. Norma Torty is a great lady and artist. We should actually, Norma, we should have you on the show at some point. It'd be great to have you on the show. But especially since Norma allowed us to film part of our film Chance in her house, and she has a beautiful house, and we said, hey, can we come in here and kill 13 people in your house? And we did successfully.
On film, not
on
really
film,
good.
yeah. And so she was very, very nice about that. All right, but let's roll the first trailer, Dunkirk, and let's talk about Dunkirk. All right. Okay, now this was one of Christopher Nolan's like no one knew this movie was coming out until it pretty much came out type of deal.
Oh,
and the trailer.
Months ahead of time.
I had heard nothing about this, all right, and I had done some. I hadn't done much research.
Harry Styles was in it. That may have been why.
Yes, Harry Styles, and now Inspector Jacques Clouseau is also. Yeah.
What?
Inspector Jacques Clouseau.
Who's that?
Who played Inspector Jacques? No, not Clouseau. Why did I call Jacques Clouseau?
I don't know. This is not
the detective. Hercule Poirot. Why did I say Jacques Clouseau? Hercule Poirot. Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving on. Dunkirk. Arnie, could you explain a little bit about Dunkirk?
Okay, so Dunkirk is about the British leaving Normandy a couple years before D-Day, and about the heroic efforts of local fishermen to save the soldiers from the Germans that were advancing.
400,000 men, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty major thing. They had to leave behind all their equipment. It was technically a disaster, but they turned it around into a moral victory. It's an intense movie.
Very intense movie.
Very intense movie.
I liked it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. But boy, are you glad that you watched Longest Day when you walk out of the theater. You're like, thank God John Wayne's coming. Like,
you know, and not to bash on the British, but this was a really great movie. But to America, this would just be a movie about an enormous failure. Like, you know, so.
Well, basically, it's a disaster movie set around a military action. That's how this movie plays out.
Oh, okay.
So,
Which would make.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, which makes sense. If Nolan loves disaster movies, he's the one. That's what he wanted to do with. Never mind. All right.
Have you seen it, Derek?
No, but after watching this trailer, I feel very compelled.
It's very good.
It's not your typical war movie.
I walked out of it.
As you kind of get a slight spoiler, it's a disaster movie based on military. And after seeing Christopher Nolan and watching Batman and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
It's got a terrific cast, too.
Yeah, very, very good cast. Watching now, I'm getting like PTSD from watching the film.
It's got like Tom Hardy.
No, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to something a little bit more fun. We're gonna roll Kelly's Heroes next.
Okay.
All right. Now,
we didn't give this one a rating. Are we gonna give this one?
Oh yeah, Dunkirk. Yeah.
Oh, definitely 2 thumbs up.
Two thumbs up. Yeah, way up. Okay, but we're rolling Kelly's Heroes right now. Derek, you've seen Kelly's Heroes, right?
Bits and pieces. Not enough to make me want to sit through the whole thing.
Okay.
I have not seen this, so I saw this today with fresh eyes.
So what did you think of the trailer?
I was sold on the first frame. I was like, when he holds up the gold bar, I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I am so there.
Kelly's Heroes is, again, a different take on a war movie. Mm-hmm. It's about a platoon of men, all right, who are essentially going to steal gold in the middle of World War II.
Yeah.
All right. It stars Clint Eastwood. It stars Telly Savalas, Don Rickles. Who else is?
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland. Yeah. He's so funny. He plays this like this.
Donald Sutherland.
He plays this hippie tank commander. Just just such bad vibes, baby. Like he just keeps saying that to people about the whole film. Oh my God, this is just like such a weird, different type of war movie. And it's just a hoot.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a more serious McHale's Navy, like,
yes,
you know, kind of like the whole thing they're scheming, trying to steal stuff, and I'm like, let's do it.
McHale's Navy comparable to like, what was the Kelsey Grammer movie? Down Periscope or Up Periscope? I always forget. But like, it kind of was kind of a goofy 1960s World War II TV show. It didn't make fun of the war, but it was about, It was about this one particular group. But yeah, Up Periscope with Kelsey Grammer. If you've seen that movie, Kelly's Heroes is sort of similar to that same type of goofy without making fun of the war itself, which is kind of this one incident. And I don't even know if it was based on a real incident. I am curious about that. But very fun movie. So, judging by the trailer, Arnie, all right?
Oh yeah, 2 thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. I love this movie. It's a great movie.
How about you, Derek?
I'm gonna kind of put it right in the middle. I didn't know if it was supposed to be a comedy or it was supposed to be a drama, because it was so kind of bipolar. I mean, yeah, Clint Eastwood, you're like, okay, this is gonna be really nasty and lots of fights, and then you have Don Rickles, like, okay, are we gonna have jokes in this movie? Yeah, what's going on here?
I think it was a serious Don Rickles. That did throw me for a minute, like. You're serious.
Yeah, that's a serious Don Rickles. Yeah, but no, it is a funny movie, and it's kind of I'm trying to think of that George Clooney movie that came out where they're trying to save the paintings and stuff like that with Matt Damon and oh my God, Monuments Men.
Yeah.
It's sort of similar in feel to Monuments Men. It had some funny parts, but also it's goofier than that, but still that same. Didn't forget that this was a war. But it definitely had some funny parts to it.
Yeah, Monuments Men was a good movie.
Monuments Men, you know, that should be an honorable mention. Monuments Men, because that is based on a real incident. Yeah. Directed by George Clooney, starring Matt Damon, John Goodman, Bill Murray. Who else was in that? There was a whole
Jean Dujardin.
Yeah, Jean Dujardin. Yep. And the father from Paddington. But his name was also in. Yes, it's a totally not a war movie. It's about a stuffed bear it's about a bear that lives with a family in Britain. That's a totally different topic for a different show that would probably tank. But it's a great movie. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, our last trailer, I believe, is for Heartbreak Ridge. And so, could we roll Heartbreak Ridge? And while we're rolling Heartbreak Ridge, I am actually going to get up on IMDb because I want to get a little bit more detail about this one because I really like this movie. And again, this was a sort of unique film because it was it had some very funny parts to it, but it also had some very, very serious parts to it. And a hard-nosed, hard-living Marine gunnery sergeant clashes with his superiors and his ex-wife as he takes command of a spoiled recon platoon and with bad attitude. All right, this was directed by Clint Eastwood too. I wanted to double-check that before I did it, no one else in particular was no other particular big actors were in this besides Clint Eastwood. But this came out fairly recently. I mean, it's 1986. I mean, okay, 31 years ago. In my mind, it's still fairly recent. And it's a really interesting movie because it was like the old meets new in a way. He was the very old school, very much like Gunny. He has some great scenes in that movie too, where he's where he's ripping these guys to pieces and stuff. But then it's him. It's kind of a coming of age, almost in a way, of his platoon. It's I don't know. It's not what you would expect from a Clint Eastwood movie in the sense that he wasn't completely the bright and shining hero. It was
he was very rough around the edges. And
Yeah, because you've seen it, right? Yeah.
What do you think of the movie?
I liked it.
Yeah.
The toughest part with this challenge was to pretend like you never saw this movie and watch the trailer and say, would you watch this movie based on the trailer?
Yeah. And the hard part is that trailers from the 1970s were just terrible.
Well, that's what surprised me about Kelly's Heroes. I watched that and I was like, I actually want to watch this movie, even though it's a 70s trailer.
Even though it's a 70s.
I didn't even want to watch Star Wars watching the Star Wars trailer.
Yeah, why wasn't it on the top military movies?
It should be.
That's you call that a military movie? Yeah.
Come on, you got Darth Vader and
you might as well call J.J. Abrams' Star Trek a military movie too.
It's Nazis in space. I mean, come on.
But the only thing is the stormtroopers couldn't aim to save their life.
True that.
They couldn't hit anything.
That is true. They're like anybody who shoots at James Bond. Just is not going to hit
like,
anything.
why are you wasting your bullets? You're obviously not going to hit the guy.
It's not the script. I saw right here.
Pierce Brosnan said in one of the behind the scenes of one of his movies, one of the Bond movies, he goes, it is just amazing how much they never get me. It's the amazing amount of bullets. It's like a John Woo film. Just everyone's, shooting at everything and nothing actually ever gets hit of any value. So, this was really Heartbreak Ridge was really a very good movie. And not to be confused with Hacksaw Ridge.
Which is what I thought we were going to do.
Right. And when I was talking to our producer, and I said, yeah, let's do Heartbreak Ridge. And he goes, oh, that's a tearjerker. I'm thinking to myself, we thinking the same movie? Because it's really not. Like, it's a good film. There's some good drama in it and stuff like that. But this is not like a type of film you're like, oh my God, man, I can't believe we went through that. It's just like, oh, that's okay, yeah. He's like, oh, no, I thought you meant the Mel Gibson one. I'm like, no. A bit of a different movie. A bit of a different one. This is old Clint Eastwood beating the tar out of some guy who would clearly just clean his clock. I hate to say this, but
that was impressive.
The big jacked up muscle dude.
Yeah. All right. So let's just give a rating for this.
Definitely 2 thumbs up.
Arnie?
Okay, just based on the trailer. Sorry.
What?
It looked just boring and weird.
What? Get off the stage.
A platoon with me.
Yeah, the producer was just giving me a threat in my ear for saying that that I thought that guy could beat up Clint Eastwood. All right, she just gave 2 thumbs down to a Clint Eastwood movie.
Like
all right,
Clint Eastwood was trying to be John Wayne and it wasn't coming off right. That's what I felt like when I was watching it, and I got some people going whoa in the back.
Why is The Sands of Iwo Jima not on that top 25 list?
I don't know.
That's another great.
I haven't seen that one. I did see Operation Pacific.
Yeah.
And I knew Operation Pacific, that's also a John Wayne movie, was basically just a plug for the military because the opening scene, you see a bunch of guys on the beach, like American guys, and a couple of orphan children come out of the woods running for their lives. A couple of nuns follow them. And then John Wayne comes out holding an infant, and I'm like, yeah, this is a serious movie.
What would be the appropriate word? Propaganda?
Yeah. I'm like, that shot was for the ladies. But anyway,
that started the baby boom. I don't know if you know that. But yeah, all right. But let's just we've played a little video about Gunny, and we've taken some moment. But someone else in recent film and television history has passed away too.
Yeah, Harry Anderson from Night Court.
Yeah.
Court, yeah. That was a fun show.
That was a very fun show. Yeah.
It's about a bunch of loony people running the night court in New York City and all the weird people they.
It's kind of like Taxi in a courtroom.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But he was a magician who loved Mel Torme, but he was also the judge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he couldn't have been. He was like in early 60s.
65.
65. Yeah, 65, not that old.
Yeah. I guess he had pneumonia, and I guess he just never recovered from it. That's what they're saying right now.
Oh, okay. So did Silas use the what is it, the Silas? Did he use the pneumonia excuse or whatever it is because he just heard that someone else had a good excuse for not showing up to the show too?
I wasn't allowed to die, so
yeah, all right, that's
forever.
No dying.
Okay,
Cyrus.
all right, no dying Cyrus. All right, well, hey, this has been a fun show. I think we've had some good points. I think we've said mispronounced some things,
Applex now.
Applex now, all right,
I can't even remember how I said. Thank you.
Platoon, yeah. Let me see.
You said Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus, yeah.
Yeah.
Silas.
I said some unforgivable things about Clint Eastwood, apparently.
Yeah. Brevi Harte, all right. Yeah, let me see, what was it? Yeah, Simone. Yeah. Simone. Yeah. Nick Simone. This has been.
We can't win tonight.
There's no winning tonight, and we had a fascinating talk about caffeine. Clearly, we stayed right on the military topic. We plugged a hair
US
salon.
Army runs in Duncan.
U.S. Army.
Probably did. Come on now.
Yeah. But this is Derek. How would you rate today's show?
Be kind.
Well.
I think he wants to keep his spot on the show right now.
Well, we got to give the guests 2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
They were
definitely.
awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
The guests were awesome, and we'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. This is the Late Night Live show. We're on every Wednesday night from 7 to 8. We're always looking for new guests. We're always looking for people who just want to come and watch the show. We're right here at 84 Chester Street in Chester, New Hampshire at the Chester Studio. So if you ever want to come in, just send us a message on our Narrow Street Films Facebook page, and you can come on in and watch the show. If you are a band, actor, filmmaker, artist of some sort,
Author
not
even.
photographer. Sorry, we don't take photography. I draw the line there. It's mean, I know, but I do it. All right. But yeah, send us a message, and we'll love to have you on the show. But Arnie, this has been a fun show.
This has.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, and Derek, it's been a fun show.
Yep.
I want to thank Star City. Check us out, Narrow Street Films. Facebook page. Tune in next Wednesday night. I don't know who our guest is. Jenna Brooks.
Jenna Brooks.
Coming in.
Awesome.
Talk to you later. That was it.